Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
I'm Rodney Williams.
And I'm Travis Holloway. Welcome to the Wealth Break Podcast, a real conversation about finance.
Let's be honest. Building wealth doesn't look the same for everyone.
I feel like sometimes being broke is a cycle and that we might have to revisit that.
And we're not stopping at success stories.
What happens when it doesn't go right? How do you cope with it?
Because wealth isn't just about money. It's about creating a life where you thrive and help others do the same.
Listen to the Wealth Break Podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
I just picked up this call and they said they had a question for Kyle. Hello, are you there?
I'm here.
What's your name?
My name is Sonia.
You had a question for Kyle Unfug?
I just wanted to tell her something really quick.
What's up?
Hi, Kyle.
Hi.
My daughter's the one that waited on you last night.
Oh my gosh, she was so nice. She had a big job. There was I think 10 of us at the restaurant.
She just thought you were so sweet and kind and so beautiful.
Oh, that's very nice. Well, that's how I felt about her. She was very sweet. She was so nice to our whole group, which I know how it is as a server, seeing a big giant group come in, they can always be kind of a pain. And she was just the perfect one.
Sonia, where does your daughter work?
At Peter Jungle.
Oh, no, Kyle's at Buca de Beppo.
Oh, my gosh. Peter Jungle's so good. Okay, Sonia, you'll have to ask your daughter this question for me because when Kyle told the story, how she was out with her girlfriends and all of their drinks got comped, even though they were lemonades and Cokes or whatever, does your daughter do that just to get a bigger tip? Because I feel anytime a server comps my drinks, I'm that was nice of you. Now I'm going to add the $3.50 that I would have paid for the drink towards her tip.
No, she doesn't know. She's just a sweetheart that.
I love that.
Actually, Peyton, you know my daughter. You went to high school with her, I think.
Oh, you know what?
That
She was
scares
saying
me.
that she knows Brandy.
Oh, yeah? What's your daughter's name?
Madison Pope.
Oh, my gosh. I totally know Madison. We went to middle school together as well. We went to Santan.
Yeah.
I totally remember her. That's so crazy.
Such a small world.
I would have loved to see Madison at Peter Jungle. I might have to get that address from you, Kyle, and go visit her.
You should. It's the one on Dobson.
It's on Dobson and Ray.
Oh, wow.
One of the original, one of first 2 or 3.
Yeah,
anyway.
well, you know what's crazy is we weren't even planning on going there. We were actually going to Valley Luna because that's where we always go for our girls' nights is Valley Luna. In fact, we go there so much that my friend's fiance calls us the lunatics. What's up? So we actually sat there and waited for a table for actually a little over an hour. And finally we were let's just go see if Peter Jungle has any spots open. And they did. So it was fate.
Now
meant to be.
The Peter Jungle Ticks.
It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? But yeah.
Sonia, thanks for listening.
Yeah,
thanks for
tell
calling
her
in.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, guys.
You know what made me LOL? And this is behind the scenes. We do this thing every night. Everyone on the show participates and throws things on this Google Doc about what's going on in our lives. We talk about stuff. And Kyle went on and on about your dad. Right?
He's talking about at the very end.
Yeah, the very end.
Well, I just throw because my dad's in town. He's staying for the month of March, so he's going to stay one week with my sister, 1 week with me, 1 week with my other sister, and he got in town this past weekend, but it's my other sister's week. But I'm I still want to see him, right? So I called him yesterday and I was how you guys spending your time today? You guys want to hang out? And they're we're just running errands. Do you want to meet us to run errands? I'm heck yeah, I do. So we went to like Walmart, got some Band-Aids. My dad had never been to Shields and he wanted a new wallet. He wanted one of those like Ridge wallets and they have them there. And I was like, well, you've never been to Shields. Just wait till you see Shields.
Like Disneyland.
Yeah. And so we went there just like mundane. And then we went and like got some soup at La Madeleine. And it was just sort of like this regular everyday thing, but it was like my dad doesn't live in town. So to be able to like do that with him was such a treat to me that I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. And as I'm typing it out, I'm realizing like we just ran errands. Like this is probably not that exciting in real life.
Not momentous.
No, you said something like, as I'm writing this, I realize this probably isn't that exciting. Something like that.
But just in my mind, it was really exciting for me, but probably not that exciting of a story to hear like, hey guys, we went to Walmart.
Soup.
By the way, we need a contestant. We got a pair of passes to Rolling Loud, California, March 15th to 16th, Hollywood Park grounds. Rolling Loud, California is back, featuring performances by A$AP Rocky, Playboy Cardi, Peso Pluma, and so many more artists. So call us at 877-937-1047. You know, right now to play, you're going to play a game. You know how I always say it's the little things in life that matter, and I think those things, like spending time with your dad, are the things you're going to remember forever.
Yeah.
Especially like for someone like me, like my dad's not here, and I would love to take my dad to Shields and Walmart and buy him a wallet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like it's silly, really, like just running errands, but it's going to be a treasured memory. Really.
So it was you and how many sisters?
For what?
With hanging out with your dad.
Me and one other sister.
Okay. Where were those sisters? Oh, because they were out of town too.
No, well, the other sister that lives in town, she had plans. She was like,
did you take selfies? Having so much fun with dad without you.
No. I'd just be mean.
You got to be the favorite, though, right? Got to be.
I don't know. I have some pretty cool siblings.
Yeah, that's true.
So I can see if they were the faves,
Your
too.
fam's all pretty great.
And we're getting a contestant to patch through. Meanwhile, today's second hit update was pretty out of control, a lot of passion, and so
of passion.
Our afterwards podcast is going to have all your calls, and maybe we'll throw a second hit update in the podcast. A bunch of other things going to be in the podcast. You know, we have our normal podcast, our on-demand podcast, which is this show after it gets off the air, which, by the way, is the number one podcast in Phoenix. Thank you very much for listening. I mean, like of all podcasts. And I don't know where afterwards falls in there somewhere.
I would say it's number one. It's not number one, but we're number one.
Peyton, you're hosting the game?
Yeah, we're going to play a game that I like to call Switcharoo.
Yo, mic check. Yeah, I heard he got that hot new thing. It's called Switch. Let's get it going.
Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I am going to give you guys the opposite of the movie title that I am looking for. So, for example, if I were to give you the movie Up, I would ask you to answer the question down.
Okay,
You get what I'm
Tiara.
saying?
Is it Tiara? Tiara? How do you say her name? Tiara?
Tiara.
Tiara. She's our contestant.
All right, Tiara, you got to put your thinking cap on because some of these are tricky, but they're fun. And I feel like you can get them because Rolling Loud, that's a big deal. And I'm rooting for you. John Jay, we're going to start with you, okay? Get your mind into the little Gen Z mind of mine. Your movie is called Sad Hands.
I want to say The Brutalist, but I think it's Happy Feet.
Yes, good job, John Jay. I love that movie growing up. Happy Feet was so cute. Okay, Richie.
Yo.
Your title is Dream on Maple Avenue.
Miracle on 34th Street.
John Jay.
Wrong. John Jay for the steal.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Correct. You get a half a point if you steal.
Look at the bright side. Your immediate thought is something positive and happy.
That's true.
Miracle on 34th Street. That's beautiful. Mine was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Every night.
If there's ever a segment of the show that you need to know the difference between you and me, there you go.
Very telling.
Yeah, when somebody says to John Jay, the worst thing that I could imagine happen, John Jay's like, I can imagine way worse things.
Yep. Facts. All right, Kyle, we move over to you. Your movie title is Losing Marlin.
Losing, so it'd be finding a fish. What's the opposite of a marlin? A fish.
Think about it. Come
Finding
on, dude.
Nemo.
Yes, Kyle.
But that...
Good job. Marlin is his dad. Finding Marlin.
Okay.
No, I'm with Kyle's thinking. You're right. But you also have to put yourself in the mind of Peyton.
Which I did. I got there. I got there eventually.
And guess what, Kyle? You get a point.
Yes.
Okay, Tiara, moving on to you. Your movie title is Slow and Calm.
What is it?
Slow and Calm.
Slow and calm.
Slow and Calm. SLOW and CALM.
home. Oh, I do not know what. Oh.
Anybody want to help
I'm gonna
Tara?
help her. I'll buzz it.
We all will.
Yes? Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Fast
and Furious.
Oh, I thought it was Fast and Curious.
No, Fast and Furious. It's okay, Tiara. You still have round 2 to redeem yourself. John Jay, your movie title in all caps is Yup.
Is what?
Yup.
Yup.
In all caps.
Yup. That would be no. Nah. Nope.
Close.
Nope.
Nope is correct.
Nope.
The Jordan Peele movie. Good job, John Jay. Taking it away with 2.5 points right now. Rich, this is a new Netflix movie. Yes, soft emotions.
Say that again.
Yes, soft emotions.
Yes, soft emotions. It's a movie on Netflix.
Stars Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, man. So it's got to be no soft emotions. No hard feelings.
Yes, Richie, on the board. Way to work it out. All right, Kyle, moving on to you. This one might be hard, but I feel like you can do it. Because you like your cartoon movies. Tiny Heart.
Tiny Heart. Big black hole. Okay.
It's a movie, and I think Will Ferrell's in it.
Okay. Tiny Heart. Big, huge, large.
It's a kid's movie. Tiny Heart.
Big Daddy.
No. Does anyone else have it in their head?
Megamind.
Megamind. John Jay taking it away. Isn't Will Ferrell in that movie?
Yes,
You
that
gotta
is
put
such a
yourself
good movie.
in
Yeah.
Peyton's
I'm like,
mind.
hard is that okay?
You can't go logic with these games.
No, you can't.
You have to put
I'm
yourself in
trying
Peyton's
to
mind.
go logic.
You got to
You're
dismiss
right.
the logic.
I thought you
You're
would
going
get it
the
that
way that you should play the game.
Got it. Okay.
But tiny, and then mega, and then heart, and then mind.
Yeah,
It makes
yeah.
sense.
Sure.
Okay, Tiara, you have the chance to win the game. This is going to be plus 3 points, but you got to get it right to win these tickets, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Your movie title is Illegally Brunette.
Oh, Legally Blonde.
There it is.
Good job, Tiara. Took it away with that
All
last
right,
one,
Tiara.
plus 3.
You're going to go to Rolling Loud. Congratulations.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
For some of us, personal finances aren't just personal. They include a lot more people than ourselves. Loved ones, neighbors, the communities we call home, and the causes we hold in our hearts. At Thrivent, we help plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because even though our business is helping guide your finances, our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.